Welcome to Friday Takeaway. This week we roll the dice on Genting Malaysia and Toto. But first, we must talk about the US Fed, which is widely expected to put on pause its plans to hike interest rates in mid-2019. This is after Fed Chair Jerome Powell said earlier this week that rates are just below the so-called neutral range, cheering investors. The Dow went up about 4.3% to above 25,000 points this week. However, US President Trump isn't a fan, blaming Powell just the day before, without proof mind you, for GM closing its plants and for the recent stock market sell-off. He thinks the Fed is way off base with what they are doing, and that it's wrong because his gut says it's wrong, and that his gut tells him more than anybody else's brain can tell him. Whatever that means. Trump is also priming for a face-off with Chinese President Xi Jinping when they meet at the G20 summit in Buenos Aires. The US President wants Beijing to offer a meaningful reform on its trade policies. Now, Xi has said that the global economy is at a crossroads, which means China can choose either to continue with economic globalization or protectionism. During a state visit in Spain, he did pledge that China would seek to open itself to the outside world and facilitate market access in areas such as investment and protection of property rights. While we can't say if Trump and Xi will reach an amicable agreement over the weekend, analysts believe the two might reach at least a temporary truce. Back home, Bank Rakyat Chairman Tan Sri Sukri Mohamad Saleh has been ousted. According to Auditor General Tan Sri Madina Mohamad, it was Sukri, then aide to Dato Sri Najib Razak, who gave the order to amend the original audit report on 1MDB. Among others, there were omissions including a mention of Joe Low's presence at a 1MDB board meeting. Former PAC Chairman Dato Hassan Arifin, who had previously denied that report had been tampered with, now claims ignorance. He's saying that he assumed it was the original report when former Auditor General Tan Sri Amrin Buang passed it to him. This week we get into gaming, given that it's been a rather turbulent month for the country's only licensed casino operator. Genting Malaysia's share price has been hammered because of higher gaming duties, and this week, by news that is suing Fox and soon-to-be parent Disney because its highly anticipated Fox theme park would not be proceeding. We also take a look at number forecast operator Berjaya Sports Toto. While it came out better after the budget, are the catalysts still there? Let's put them head-to-head. In the past 50 years, Genting Malaysia has been involved in the leisure and hospitality business worldwide, covering theme parks, gaming, hotels and entertainment. With a market cap of 32 billion ringgit as of December 2017, it owns and operates properties including Resorts World Casino New York City in the States and Resorts World Bimini in the Bahamas. Genting Malaysia is suing Fox and its new owner Walt Disney Co. for pulling out of an agreement to sponsor a 20th Century Fox theme park. Given the House of Mouse's family-friendly image, Genting says Disney is opposed to having a park near its casino. Disney and Fox have said that the claims are without merit, but have not really elaborated beyond that. All this means the project is now in limbo. And, as Public Investment points out, even if Genting Malaysia wins the case and receives the compensation, the theme park could still remain in limbo without an attraction. Plus, seeking an alternative IP would be a challenge. But even before the news, Genting Malaysia's share price has suffered because let's not forget the massive gaming tax hike. On the day the news about the lawsuit came out, the share price fell 16.7% with about 3 billion ringgit market cap wiped off, but it saw some bounce back in the subsequent days. But overall, with the budget and this, it came down about 40% from 6 months ago. Well, it's not all gloomy, since Genting Malaysia has already invested about $750 million, so it only makes sense for the theme park to be carried on. Hong Leong IB thinks that it will eventually be rolled out, possibly under a different brand as Disney is only the licensor. It also believes that the correction in share price may have factored in the uncertainties and potential impairment. Another research house, TA Research, says that if the group is able to formulate a new business idea for its theme park, the damage to future earnings could be contained. Analysts are generally negative on the news as we see major downgrades on the stock. Overall, there are 3 sells, 11 holds and 1 buy on the stock, with target prices ranging from 2 ringgit 70 cent to 4 ringgit 85 cent. The history of Sports Toto started in 1969 when it started as a government effort to raise funds to promote and develop sports, youth and cultural activities. It is now involved in the operation of Toto betting, leasing of online lottery equipment, and provision of software support. BToto has subsidiaries in the Philippines, the UK, and the States. Its unit in the UK, HLIB, operates a number of luxury vehicle dealerships, primarily in London. It is also engaged in the operation of a hotel, motor retailing, repair, and maintenance. Maybank Invest points out that the NFOs actually got off easy during the budget, as there was no gaming tax or pool betting duty hike for number forecast operators. Meanwhile, BToto subsidiary Berjaya Philippines has secured an extension for its equipment lease agreement, plus a cash bond agreement with the Philippine Charity Sweepstakes Office for another year until August 2019. Although the quantum is unknown, HLIB is positive on the news as it had previously excluded the potential income. One of the biggest issues BToto faces remains the rampant illegal 4D activities in Malaysia. Just recently, BToto Chief Nerine Tan had to sit down with Sarawak CID Chief Dennis Leong to discuss the ways to clamp down on such activities. According to Leong, authorities found 256 premises engaging in such activities since August 1st this year. Now, if you look at BToto's results, it did extremely well in its first quarter of FY19, quarter on quarter at least. Net profit was up 147% to 87 million ringgit from the previous quarter, due to extremely good luck factor of 60.4%. But Kenanga believes the contributing favourable luck factor is not sustainable, as such favourable payout was last seen more than 2 years ago. Meanwhile, HLIB believes that BToto remains unexciting with the lack of fresh catalysts, plus the backdrop of a challenging operating environment with rampant illegal operators. It's been a rocky year for BToto shares, which reached a high of 2.61 ringgit on June 8 this year. Overall, the counter is down by about 6% over the 12-month period. Generally, analysts aren't too bullish on BToto. We have got 6 holds, 2 buys and 2 sells on the stock, with target prices ranging from 2 ringgit and 3 ringgit and 9 cents.